Hello, welcome to What Was I Saying blog KDB. My name's Kevin Douglas Berg. I'm here to provoke thought and move me just a little bit. I was hanging with Carl, you know what I mean, my bro, my friend, my chum, and we saw somebody selling something, right? We saw somebody selling something. He's like Buckeye Lake, man. I mean, you're gonna make the money. Why not, right? And it was a kid, and it said for sale. And they were like at the edge of the long drag before you take the turn by the lake. Unfortunately, folks, excuse me, we did not stop. You can't stop, and I discussed this with Carl. You can't stop nowadays. You can't stop if you're just driving by yourself like a man and little girls hold up like something like this to sell something. We can't stop for anybody that breaks down anymore. We can't help people that say, I need some money. We can't stop and talk to people, just people in general. If you're just by yourself and there's some kids walking around, whatever. Oh, actually, I've got a memory for you. So, last year I'm walking around Buckeye Lake, do my walking thing, and there's 3 girls, like 3 teenagers, whatever, and I was walking and they were walking, and they're like started getting faster and faster and faster, and I'm like, I'm not gonna do any harm, man. I'm not gonna do you any harm. But the problem is society has put us in that position where we have to be not only aware, but aware, alert, and unfortunately, on the defensive, just in case anything happens. I was a while back. I was gonna go stop for. I did stop for someone on the road. I was in my Miata, and he was taken care of. He was good though, but unfortunately, as we have become society and more. I guess more vulnerable. That's what it comes down to. We are more vulnerable now. Would I stop on the side of the road now? No. Nope. I'll just call it police. Would I have stopped 15 years ago? Yeah. Of course I would have. Well, if that for sale sign was there 15 years and she was selling something, would I probably go up there? Yeah, I probably would. But, like my friend Carl, my bro, we can't do anything anymore because everything is seen as something could possibly be devious. Unfortunately, we're losing touch with humankind. I was just thinking in my head, you're like, they talked to Mr. Wonderful, whatever. He sold ice cream. And the guy told him, I want you to get the gum off the floor. And Mr. Wonderful, he's in Shark Tank. And he's like, I don't want to get the gum off the floor. He's like, well, you work for me, you do what I said, kind of thing. And then he's like, no, that's when I learned I didn't want to work for anybody else. So what I'm saying is that story, there was a story right there with that child selling whatever. Let's say they're poor. Most likely they kind of are because it's a small house. It's very expensive to live there, right? And they were like, I had this idea of selling something, and one guy walked by or stopped by, and he said, I'll buy whatever it is. Here's $20. That's why I became an entrepreneur. That's why I saw I could do more than what my mom and dad were doing. Working at a shop, working at a restaurant, fixing cars, whatever, doing hair. That's when I saw I had potential. That person right there at that moment made my mind open up to other opportunities and possibilities that I was not seeing at that time. I did it for that summer the whole time. What I learned was I really like people. What I learned was I really like sales. What I learned was I could be an entrepreneur. What I learned was I could control my own destiny. From just that for sale sign being up. And that gentleman stopping. Or that lady stopping. I kind of am hearing this is a missed opportunity for this possible person. But why, right? Why? Because we can't trust anybody anymore, folks. We can't trust anybody anymore. You give up all this technology, you give up all these phones, you give up all this doing everything except being involved with who's in front of you. It's a kinder, gentler America. It just is. It just is because we don't have the distractions. But also, you can't go up and talk to anybody anymore, really. They think something's up. My name's Kevin Berg. This is What Was I Saying, Vlog KDB. So happy you joined me. And with that, we'll pray it down. Pray for you, pray for me, pray for world peace. Pray for those coming and going. Pray for anybody traveling, a plane, train, automobile. Pray for the birds that are singing outside. It's nice, isn't it? Yeah, it's nice. Pray for people on the train. Pray for people in uniform. Pray for all first responders, anybody in the medical field. Anybody who's serving, has served, is fighting with PTSD post-serving. Pray for those in and out of the hospital wanting a better day. Pray for you and me and world peace. God bless you. Kevin out. Thank you. You guys are the best.